Welcome back to Exotic Wine Travel. I am your host, Matthew Horkey. I'm laughing right now because Shireen started the camera and she's a little bit tired and she yawned. She's like, So, anyways, we're here in Serbia. We have we're doing a couple of videos on some Serbian wines that are unique because they're not found within the country. They are all exported, which is kind of cool and unique. What I do like about Serbian wines, first of all, the potential here is enormous. There are already some very good wines being made, and there are also some producers from the outside coming in making wines and then exporting them, and they're really, really hard to find, but actually very, very good stuff. And we have some of those wines here today. Excuse me. Huh? Today, we're going to talk about the wines from Francuska Vinarija. And what is that? Let me tell you about Francuska Vinarija. They are a French couple. The husband, Cyrille, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that Cyrille properly. He was actually a soil consultant. He worked for Domaine Romanée-Conti. He worked for a couple of big and famous estates in France. And his wife, Estelle, her family actually owns a winery in Burgundy. They're married, they came together, they came looking for new terroirs to start their winery, and they ran into East Serbia. Now, cool thing, East Serbia is already producing some fantastic wines. I think one of the finest reds coming out of this area, Metalia Kamen is made there. Even some of the poorer producers, the fruit you can tell is great. They get 300 days of sunlight every single year, but they also get cool nights. And this village, actually, where Francuska Vinarija is located, has a bunch of old cellars. We were there before. It's really kind of creepy, kind of beautifully creepy. There are 3 towns, hundreds of cellars. Every house has a cellar, but a lot of them are abandoned. All the young people are gone. It's really a hidden area. Vineyard area is shrinking. Anyway, that's where these wines are made. Did I blabber on too much, or is that good information?
I don't know, I lost you.
Okay, so anyways, I'm going to talk about these wines. They are not available in Serbia. I had to get these from a private collection. Thank you very much to a friend that hooked us up with these wines. We tasted through all of them. Stay tuned. I put the link for our tasting article in the description box. Let me go over some of these wines here. The first one we actually drank, this is the Francuska Vinarija Istina 2009 Riesling. Now, Francuska Vinarija is organic, certified organic. Since 2015, they are certified biodynamic. They do not have their own vineyards. They work with the local villagers. This is Riesling, and this was a great introduction. Beautiful petrol nose. Real old world tasting, complete wine, no holes. I thought this was beautiful. The next one that we actually tasted was the most impressive. I gave it 4.4 out of 5 score. This is the Obećanje, which means, I think it means...
Promise.
The Promise, sorry. This is Germain. This is from 2009. This was, if you put this in a blind tasting, people might think that this is a great Cru Beaujolais, wouldn't you say? This is the best non-Cru Beaujolais Gamay that I've ever had in my life.
I agree.
Yeah, it was just awesome. I mean, for those of you that don't, you need to go out and drink some Cru Beaujolais because those wines are fantastic. I didn't even know what to say. This wine was wonderful. The next one we drank was the Tajna 2010. This means Le Secret. This is Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, 2010, I know people don't get super excited about a Cabernet Sauvignon from Serbia, but I'm telling you, the Cabernet Sauvignon from Eastern Serbia are fantastic. They still maintain great acidity, fine tannins, but they're more red fruit driven. They taste to me more like Tuscan style Cabernet Sauvignon. Shireen, anything you want to add on this?
I find that the tannins are pretty soft and nicely developed. And secondly, it's amazing how perfectly ripe the fruit is.
This was such an interesting wine because the nose was so great. And funny, when I posted on Vivino and Instagram and all these things, I said, a Serbian Cabernet Sauvignon made by French people that tastes like an Italian. So it really had just a rocking nose, really great fruit. The only thing I nitpicked on this is the finish wasn't as long as I wanted because the nose was so fantastic. I still had this in the 4.2 range out of 5 on Vivino. The last one we changed, this is the this is the Poema from 2010. This is Riesling, Tamjanica, and Grashevina Cyrille for 18 months. Very flinty, earthy wine. These wines, aside from the Tajna Cabernet Sauvignon, were all undeniably French in style. If you're drinking a lot of wines, you drink a lot of French wines, you'll know what I'm saying. These are impressive. They travel to raw wine fairs. Their wines are available all over the world. I highly recommend you getting a hold of these if you can. There was a documentary called The Promise that was all about their journey about making wine here in East Serbia. It's won a lot of awards. It just came out last year. I think I'll put the trailer in the description box as well. Anything you want to add?
Drink this wine. It's available in the U.S.
This wine's great. Actually, I think the prices are... I don't know what the export prices are going to be. I'm going to hunt some down in the U.S. and actually put some in my cellar. I really enjoy them. So guys, if you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Exotic Wine Travel. I will see you next episode.